onto your heels. Now today, those of you picking me up on Facebook and YouTube, we're going to be working with some light hand weights. So I've got a pair of 1 kilo weights. Alright, just feel free to use them, put them down. If it feels too much, don't feel you've got to use them. If you haven't got any weights, again, don't worry. Okay, it's not going to make any difference to your practice. You can do it without. So we're going to reach all the way up towards the top end of your mat. And then gently start to pull your body along the ground, rolling down the shoulders and lifting the chin up. And then we'll draw up into a cat stretch, pulling up through the shoulders and up into your back. Taking your head and your tailbone away, and sitting all the way back down upon your heels. And again, let's bring the body to pull up and along the ground, lifting with your chin. And again, let's draw on up into your cat stretch, pulling up through the shoulders and the back. Take the head and tailbone away, and sitting all the way back down upon your heels. Again, let's draw the body up and through, and then curling with your toes. Sending your hips back and letting your head draw down through your arms, coming into your first downward dog. Come on forwards and hold to a high plank, and then bending with your knees and sitting all the way back. Again, let's bring the body to pull up and along the ground, lifting with your chin, curling with your toes. We've got a nice long extension through the back body. Come on forwards and hold to a high plank, and then bending with your knees, gently release and sit back. Take a deep breath in now as you draw the body along the ground. Feel that curve coming into your lumbar spine. And then as you breathe out, let's take a lovely long stretch all the way through from your hips to your heels. Breathing in as we draw forwards to a high plank. And breathing out to bend the knees and sit all the way back. Breathing in as you draw the body up and along the ground. Breathing out, and let's send the hips back, the head down. Breathing in, come forwards, hold to a high plank. Breathing out and bending the knees, sitting all the way back. Couple more times now. Breathing in to draw the body up and along the ground. And as you breathe out, extend back, draw your head down, look up towards your navel. Breathing in forwards to a high plank. Breathing out, let's bend the knees and sit all the way back. And on that last one, breathing in, drawing the body up and along the ground. And as you breathe out, remaining in the downward dog, just taking it for a little tread down. Working one heel towards the floor, and then swapping, and just gently moving through your hip range. Noticing how your hamstrings are for you today. Maybe also noticing the lower back muscles. And now let's come on down to your knees. And if you can place forwards your right foot. And just turn your right foot to open up to the side. And place both of your hands to the inside of your foot. Take a little bend to the elbows and ease on down upon the inside of your leg, finding that stretch up in towards the inner thigh muscles on the right leg. And then drawing your body back up, straightening up with your foot, coming up through the middle, now clasping your fingers together. First finger's going straight up, send them upwards towards the ceiling. And then take a little bit of a bend across towards the right. Feel that stretch coming into the left-hand side of your body. And then come on down. And now just take down your left hand to the floor, lifting up your left knee, turning out to the right, and raise your arm, the right arm. Feel that stretch coming through the body. Stretching back into your calf behind you. planting your knee down again, and this time drawing back onto your back knee. Relaxing back your shoulders, extending a little through the tailbone, putting belly up beneath you. And then let's stretch along through the foot, drawing your toes towards the floor. And then let's draw the toes all the way back. And again, pressing away through your toes towards the ground. And then drawing all the way back. One more time, pressing your toes downwards. And then drawing gently back. And then if we pull up a little through the back, pop your knees up and underneath you and come up to a high kneel. Now drawing one arm to raise up towards the ceiling, take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, opening the shoulder and following your hand all the way back down to your leg, and let's change it over. Deep breath in, coming on up. And as you breathe out, open the shoulder and follow the hand all the way back and down. Taking a deep breath in, breathing out, releasing back. Changing over, just being careful if you can to lift the head and take your range of motion through the neck as well as the shoulder. Two more here, breathing in, breathing out, open it all the way back. And again, deep breath in, gracefully opening that arm back. And now let's place the left leg forwards, hands upon the inside of your foot and turning open your front foot. A little bit of a bend on the elbows here, lowering down upon the inside of the leg. Again, taking that stretch up in towards the inner thigh muscles on the left hand side this time. Bring your body back up, straighten up your foot, and then let's bring your hands up through the middle, clasping your fingers together, raising your arms high, and then taking a little bend across towards the left. Feel the stretch coming down into the right hand side of your body. And then letting your arms back down, taking your right hand to the ground. Curl the toes and lift up your right knee, turning to the left, raising your left arm up. And then releasing gently back down. Move back upon that back knee for me. And again, get your body into a good position. Got the shoulders and chest opened up a little, extending a little through the tailbone. Pointing your toes down towards the floor, and then drawing all the way back up. Okay, do that another couple of times. We're just really feeling, again, the lengthening through the intricate muscles, through your ankle and your foot. We don't always give our feet enough attention. Then drawing all the way back. Okay, now I'm going to bring this around onto your back. If you bring your weights along with you and have them close by your side, and if you can just place your feet to the ground, bring them into touching distance, and have your feet so they're about hip distance apart. And today, let's begin by working your lower back down into an imprint, and then releasing the back away. Just taking your back just softly down towards the floor. Notice how it's moving today. And then releasing away. Settling your body into neutral now. And then bring the shoulders to pull up, slide them down. Okay, doing that a few times. Noticing here, when you draw them down, whether there's any tightness to the base of your neck, your trapezius muscle. And then just resettle your shoulders a little bit lower than they were before. Coming into a nice long deep breath in through your nose. And as you breathe out of your mouth, blow the breath out with a little energy and start to draw the navel back to the spine. And again, as you breathe in, become aware of the ribcage widening. And as you breathe out, be aware of the abdominals pulling in. You're drawing from the pelvic floor and you're connecting up to that deep central line of the body. again, knowing how you are in your body and your mind, then if you can, starting to just really draw your focus into your breathing, try and slow the breathing down, and then as you breathe out, bringing your focus to pulling up into the core. You may not remember to do it every time, but the more often that you do, the better it is for your mind, your whole focus, and the connection into your practice. I'm going to start us off today with our shoulder bridge. So taking a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, imprinting the spine and peeling the back up and away from the ground. Breathing in at the top, and then breathing out to lower, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way back on down. And again, taking a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, imprinting the spine, peeling the back away from the floor, energize up into your quad muscles as you lift. Breathing in, and then breathing out to lower, vertebrae by vertebrae back down. Again, breathing in, breathing out to ripple away from the ground, coming up onto the shoulders, but trying not to clench your buttocks. Breathing in, and then breathing out as you lower all the way back on down. Now this time I'm going to add in our arms. So deep breath in, breathing out to ripple up and away from the ground. Breathing in to lightly raise your arms. Breathing out, engaging your core a little bit stronger as your arms go backwards. Breathing in, raising your arms back up again. And then breathing out to lower your back, vertebrae after vertebrae back down. Now if you'd like to, we could use the weights, okay? And again, see how you feel. If it's too much, don't feel you've got to carry on. So deep breath in, breathing out to ripple your hips up and away from the ground. Breathing in to raise your arms upwards. Now as you take your arms backwards, breathing out, engaging the core. Breathing in to raise your arms back up again. And then breathing out to lower your arms and your back together, all the way back down to the floor. Breathing in, breathing out to ripple through the spine, come up onto your shoulders, buttocks relaxed. Breathing in to raise your arms. Breathing out, engaging your core as your arms go back. Breathing in, raising your arms back up again. And then breathing out as you lower vertebrae by vertebrae all the way back on down. Breathing in, breathing out to ripple through the spine, come up onto your shoulders. Breathing in to raise your arms. Breathing out, engaging your core as your arms go back. Breathing in to raise them up again. Breathing out to lower your back and your arms all the way back down. Have one more. Deep breath in. Breathing out to ripple through the spine, come up onto your shoulders. Breathing in to raise your arms. Breathing out, really lock into the core as you take your arms backwards. Breathing in to raise your arms back up again. And then let's breathe out, lower your back and lower your arms all the way back down. And just place your weights back down. Bring your hands to sit back behind your head there for me. Let's breathe in, dropping your chin. And as you breathe out, let's raise the upper body now, lifting from the center of your chest. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out as we engage with the core and lower back down. Breathing in, nodding your chin. And as you breathe out, keep your elbows lovely and wide as you lift your upper body. Breathing in to stay. And then breathing out, let's engage with the core as we lower back to the floor. Breathing in, nodding the chin, and breathing out to engage with your core as you lift. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out and engaging with the core as you lower. And this time, breathing in, nodding the chin. Breathing out, slide your right leg away and hover just an inch from the floor. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out, let's retract the leg and lower the upper body back down. Breathing in, nodding the chin. Breathing out, raise the upper body. If you can, extend your left leg. Breathing in, and then nodding the chin. And this time, breathing out, extending your right leg. And if you feel really good and strong today, lift also your left foot. Breathing in, and breathing out, foot back down. Let's draw the leg back on in. Breathing in, nodding the chin. Breathing out to slide out your left leg. Brace the core, lifting your right if you can. Breathing in, and breathing out, foot back down. Leg drawing back on in. Breathing in, let's nod the chin. Breathing out, extend the right leg, raise the upper body, brace the core, lifting the left. Breathing in, breathing out, foot back, lift down, leg drawing back on in. Last time, breathing in, nodding the chin. Breathing out to slide out the left leg, brace the core, lifting the right. Breathing in, breathing out, foot back down, and the leg drawing back on in. Okay. Now gently turning your body over onto your hands and knees, please. And we're going to come into a little bit of glute work. So I'm going to place this down onto hands and knees. I'm going to offer up that we bring an arm to come out to the side. Now you can do this with the weight or without the weight. Okay, so just having your hand weights up so they line up there with your hands. Now as we place the body, hands beneath your shoulders and knees beneath your hips, just draw up a little with your bottom rib so you don't get any sinking into the lower back. And then to begin here, slide one leg away from you, breathing out, point the toes, lift the leg up, and then breathing in, draw the leg back in, and we'll change legs. Now just notice here, we're going to keep the balance of the hip bones lovely and stable. So as you take the leg away from you, try not to lean to one side, and try not to feel the lower back sinking. As you take the leg away, really drive back with the toes, so you can really max out the usage of your glutes. 2 more singles, and if you want to use this as a base, okay, and you don't want to do any more, this would be great. So you're breathing out, sending the leg away, breathing in, draw back in. Okay, now I'm going to remain on the right leg this time, extending the leg away, breathing out to lift, breathing in to lower. We can take the left hand out to the side, and we can raise up and lower, with or without the weight. So if you want to, taking the weight to the side and lower. So breathing out to lift, breathing in to lower. But I'm leaving it up to you. If it feels a little bit too much using the weight today, don't feel that you have to use it. Now I'm keeping the level of the shoulders the same, and trying to keep the level of the hips the same. Breathing out to lift the leg, breathing in to lower. Breathing out to lift and in to lower. Again, breathing out, press lift and lower. Engaging the core and lower. Let's have 2 more there. Breathing out to lift and lower. 1 more time. And then breathe in, let's draw that knee in, changing to the left leg. next one. Forehead coming down against the floor, and let's just drop the shoulders to come forwards. As you breathe in through your nose, rolling back and down with those shoulders. As you breathe out of your mouth, let's engage with the core, lifting and hovering. Breathing in to stay. Breathing out, let's lower the shoulders all the way back down. Breathing in to roll back and down with those shoulders. Breathing out and engage in your core center as you lift. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out, lowering your shoulders and your arms all the way back down. Breathing in, let's roll back and down with those shoulders. Breathing out and pulling up through your belly as you lift. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out as you lower. Now again, if you don't fancy working with the weights today, carry on just as you are. Otherwise, place your palms beneath your weights. Breathing in to roll back and down with those shoulders. Breathing out to engage with your core as you lift. Breathing in to stay. And breathing out, let's lower and let the shoulders forwards gain. Breathing in, shoulders roll back and down. Breathing out to engage with your core as you lift. Breathing in to stay. And breathing out, let's lower and let your shoulders forwards. Breathing in, rolling back and down with those shoulders. Breathing out, engage the core well as you lift. Breathing in to stay. Breathing out as you lower all the way back down, shoulders dropping. Breathing in, shoulders roll back and down. Breathing out, navel back to the spine as you lift. Breathing in to stay. And then breathing out, let's lower and let your shoulders down. One more time. Breathing in, shoulders roll back and down. And breathing out to lift and hover. Breathing in to stay. And then breathing out, let's lower all the way back down. And release your weights. Now taking one arm out and along the floor for me. You're going to gently roll across and over onto that shoulder. Tuck your knees in towards you and open up with your opposite arm. And your head can be either on the ground or you can have it off the floor. And just coming into that chest opening stretch. I'm going to offer up that you hold one of your weights. Now as we go backwards, as always, we want to try and curve the lower back towards the ground. So if your back, you have noticed today, maybe is a little bit tight, please don't feel that you've got to make it to the ground. You know, very much halfway may work you very hard and it may well be enough. So I'm picking the weight up, but I'm going to drop the shoulders down. You know, try not to get too into the shoulders. Deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, lowering your body. And let's go back to just about halfway. Breathing in. And then breathing out. Really engage with your core. Pick yourself all the way back up and lift. Again, deep breath in. As you breathe out, slowly lowering. Maybe a little bit further. See how it is for you today. Breathing in. And as we come back up, breathing out. Healing up and sitting the body up nice and tall. Again, deep breath in. As you breathe out, slowly lowering your body back. of leg, and then just keeping it in alignment there with your shoulder. Now it shouldn't be too heavy, alright, it's not an overly exerting exercise. Again, you know how it feels for you. But all we're doing here is just really trying to destabilize the body, so the core has to work a little bit harder. Be careful not to lose your central line. So try not to get into a habit of the hips pushing backwards. Try and draw the hips slightly forward, so you're in a lovely long line position. Now it's a bit tricky if you can't actually see what you're doing, but try and feel. Alright, feel that the hips are drawing forwards and that you're balancing on the narrowest part of your body. 2 more there please. Breathing out to lift, into lower. Again, breathing out, lift and lower. Okay. Then bring your weight down, tuck your knees inwards. Now your head can either be on the floor, or on your arm as it is, or you can prop it up for the next one. Now I'm going to be working with the clam. So I'm going to pull in my toes, so my big toes are touching. And then I'm going to roll backwards and then draw downwards. Breathing out, engage the core, roll backwards, breathing in. Now we can use the arm as well here. I'm going to lock the elbow upon my ribs. And then as I open, I'm going to mirror the arm to the leg. Now just be careful not to roll backwards. Keep your body forwards, keep your nose and your navel facing forwards, much like we do with the side bend. And working into the rotator cuff, okay, that top part here of your shoulder. And as you take the arm backwards, engaging with your core, you're going to feel the inner thigh muscles working here too, and you're also going to feel glute medius, the upper back region of your buttock. Breathe out, engage the core, roll back, breathing in. And again, breathing out, roll back, breathing in. Again, breathing out to roll back, breathing on in. Again, breathing out, roll open, and in. Let's have 2 more there. Breathing out, and in. 1 more. And in. And then if we just collect and take a hold of the top leg, deep breath in. As you breathe out, draw your knee back a little. And then letting go of the leg. Okay, now if we can come on up for your side bend. So I'm just going to pop the elbow beneath your shoulder, knees coming forwards of your body. And as we lift up onto the side of the knee and the elbow, breathing out, we're reaching out of your waist, stretching all the way up and over. Okay. So if you today feel that again, you're going to get more benefit from staying lower, please stay with exactly with what we're using at the moment. If you feel that you could go up onto your hand, line up your foot through to your hand, and then coming up, breathing out, reaching. Now with both versions, if you feel okay with it, you can take your weight along with you. So as you come up, breathe out, take your time though. It's going to feel slightly different with the weight in your hand. Breathing in. Now as always, I always talk about keeping the arm lovely and long. Alright, try not to bend too much at the elbow, but let the arm come over. Remembering, we're looking to bend out through the middle line of your body. And you want your back to come with you. So you arch your body over and back. Alright, I know it's really tempting to just bend at the elbow. Alright, but if you can, keeping your arm a little bit longer, a little bit straighter, it's going to be hard work. Alright, but it's going to be great. It's going to be a strengthening exercise for the latissimus dorsi, and you're also going to help improve range of motion through your lats as well. Okay, 2 more if you've got it. If you need to take a break, absolutely. And then 1 more time. Nice, good, strong connection through the core. Breathing out, we're reaching it over. Breathing and drawing it back. And then we'll bring around to the yourself all the way up, down along the middle of your mat. Bringing yourself into position. Your upper arm is in alignment with your ear. Your hips are drawn slightly forwards. And then when you're ready, we've got that top leg coming away from us and releasing back down. So as you take the leg away, breathing out, engaging the core, breathing in. You may need hand in front for support. If you do, carry on. You may today just want to take the hand just back behind the head. Absolutely, carry on. You may want to take that weight work in as well today. So breathing out, breathing in. Okay, now just one other word of warning. Something that I have noticed. Okay, try and keep the legs straight. It's not the goal to touch the leg with your hand. So if your leg does not go up that high, please don't worry. It's better that we keep the legs straighter and we max out the muscle usage from the adductors and the abductors, the inner and outer edges of the top leg. So when you bring the hand up, you may need the leg, you may not. Alright, but really, really don't worry. Don't bend the knee just to get the leg higher. Alright, it's not going to benefit the usage of the muscles that we're looking for. Really connect through the core and release. Again, breathing out to lift, breathing in. Two more there if you can. Breathing out, press, breathing in. One more, breathing out, breathing in. Alright, and tucking the knees in for the clamp. You can either have your head up or down for this next one. Big toes touching, and as we roll the knee backwards, breathing out, breathing in as we lower. And again, always just check that elbow lines up there with your shoulder. It's not hanging too far forwards. And then if you want to, mirror by keeping your elbow attached to your hip. And as you breathe out, open, breathing into lower. Breathing out, palm faces open, into lower. Again, working into the rotator cuff, top part here of your arm, round into your shoulder. And again, let's breathe out to press, breathing into lower. Breathing out, roll back, breathing into lower, engaging with your core, breathing into lower. Again, always, we start off with these weights, don't we? It feels very easy. And then soon we start to feel that fatigue in the muscle, okay, which is great. It means that it's really working. Two more there. And lower. One more. And back. Okay, let's take a hold of the top leg. Come on in for a quad stretch again. So just relax into it if you can. Maybe use a couple of long out breaths, particularly if you find your quads do get quite tight. Give them a little bit extra. Alright, come on back in. Pop up your elbow beneath your shoulder, tuck your knees in here, and open back your upper body. Then keeping your gaze forwards as you breathe out, reaching into side bend, breathing in as you lower. Okay? So really feeling the waist connecting with you as you lift up and over. And then if you're happy to go up onto your hand, take a moment, okay, line the body up. You don't want to be leaning forwards. As we go up, breathing out, reaching across and over. Okay, and if you're happy to go up with your weight, again, take your time, especially on the first one. Let your mind catch up with your body. The body might be willing, but your mind needs to again assess the situation. And as you reach over, stretching long. Alright, think about the benefits of extension. the inside of your left leg, sitting your body up nice and tall, and then let's reach across from your right side to your left. Releasing your head forwards. And now let's come on up and change sides. Taking across your left arm to your right. And drawing the body all the way back on up. And I'm going to bring you along onto your back for 100. So lowering yourself down nice and gently. Placing your feet back up to the earth. Now as we work towards your 100, as I said at the beginning, connecting your body, your mind together. So when we take this position, try and use it like your little Pilates meditation. So you're holding here for your 100 counts. Try and focus on your in-breath, coming in nice and deeply. Maybe let your out-breath go out for a little bit longer. And every time you breathe out, let's get that pulling in, that squeezing, whilst keeping a neutral position there with your lower back. Do what you can. Feel free to change your position at any point. Feel free to take a break. So positioning your feet where you can hold them. It may be that you're best with your feet on the floor. It may be you're best with the knees bent or the legs straight. When we come up, if you feel good too, with the head, neck and shoulders, maybe supporting the head or maybe patting the air, but you could leave your head on a little block behind you. Now you're breathing in for about 4 and then breathing out for about 6. Shoulders nice and relaxed. And let's go with 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 3, 24, 25, 6, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 3, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 3, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50, 51, 52, 3, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 3, 64, 65, 66, 7, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 3, 74, 75, 6, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 5, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it gently back down again. And if we just place your right ankle upon your left thigh, and then just pick up both of your legs, draw them in for a hip stretch here, hip and glute stretch. Either holding on to your left hamstring or your left shin. My arms will be up in front of the body, and I'm looking to open the arms wide towards the ground and then draw back on up. Okay, so let's bring the legs up first of all, flexing your feet, relaxing your shoulders, and you have a neutral back. As you breathe out, lower one heel towards the floor, breathing in, come back up. So you could do this just with your arms, and you could breathe out as you take your heel down to open the chest, breathing in to come back up, or you could do that with your weights. So as you lower a heel down, breathing out, chest opening, breathing in to draw back up, breathing out as we dig the heel away, breathing in back up. So really focus, you've got arms and legs going in opposite directions here, alright? So really focus on the core, and as I always say in Pilates, if there's no core usage, we've gone away from the practice. So try and find that you're connecting with your core as you press the heel away, breathing in. And again, breathing out, press the heel away, breathing in. And hopefully again, we've got a nice chest opening stretch here. It's also going to work a little in for your pectoral muscles. Breathing out, breathing in. Again, breathing out, let's open, breathing in, draw back up. And again, breathing out to open, breathing in to draw back up. And back. And again, breathing out to open, and back. Two more there. Lowering that heel away from your body. Breathing in. And again, breathing out, dig down. Breathing in. Then landing your feet back down to the earth. Okay, gently turn yourself over again. And we're going to come over into your plank. I know this is a little late, okay, but I think you'll be alright. So always remembering this is great for our stamina. When you come onto your forearms, your core has no choice but to get involved. Alright, that's why we really like this. But again, try and remember ribs in, try not to sink into your back. Forearms down to the ground, elbows beneath your shoulders. Work your knees back, and then today lean into it. So this is the perfect position for your back, your gaze point. If that's enough, stay on the knees. If you can curl the toes and push into the calves. You can clench your buttocks a little when you're up on your toes. Now set up breath pattern. We've got 20 breaths. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Again, deep breath in, strong breath out. Breathing in, out 3. In, out 4. In, out 5. In, out 6. In, out 7. In, out 8. In, out 9. In, out 10. In, out 11. So if you take your right leg over your left leg can go beneath or you can leave it straight. And let's draw the left arm to your right knee. Hug your knee in, sit the body up lovely and tall, and look right up over your shoulder. Coming back around, let's change it over. Taking your left leg over your right. You can pop that leg to the side of you or you can keep it straight. Hug on in, using your right arm, looking right up over your shoulder. Bring your legs out or cross your legs. Sitting your body up nice and tall. Now again, we can take in the weight with us if you want to. Holding it up in front of your body, but getting the elbows to be lifted. As we breathe out, turning your upper body only. And then breathing in to come back. Breathing out to turn your upper body. And breathing in. So again, as we turn, breathing out to lengthen. Breathing in to draw back. Breathing out, lengthen and turn. Breathing in. I'm going to put in the bowing over the leg. So breathing in to turn this time. And then breathing out to take a little bow over your leg. Breathing in to come back up. Breathing out, engaging with the core. Breathing in as you turn. Breathing out to take a little bow over the leg. Breathing in as you come back up. Breathing out, navel back to the spine. Let's do that again. Breathing in to turn. Breathing out, taking a little bow over the leg. Breathing in to come back up. Breathing out, engage the core to the middle. Breathing in to turn, breathing out, little bow over the leg. Breathing in to come back up, breathing out back to the middle. Now you can either carry on or put the weight down for a moment and lengthen your arms out. Breathing in as we turn, and then breathing out, rounding through your back, going across. Breathing in as you draw up, breathing out, engaging with your core. Breathing in as we turn, breathing out, rounding over your leg. Breathing as you come back up, breathing out. I've just got one more option for you. If you want to, one weight in each hand. Okay, now you're going to hold the weights, okay, as if you're pointing them out and away from your body. Okay, so arms are open. Breathing in as you turn, and breathing out to lengthen over your leg. Breathing in to come up, breathing out, drawing back to the middle. Breathing in as you turn, breathing out to lengthen across and over. Breathing in, coming up, breathing out back to the middle. One more set. Breathing in to turn, breathing out to lengthen across. Breathing in, coming up, breathing out back to the middle. Breathing in to turn, breathing out, lengthen over and across. Breathing in, coming up, breathing out back to the middle. And let's let those arms all the way back down. Good job. All right, coming around to a seated position of your choice. I'm going to go into a shoulder release. So taking one arm across, sliding the other beneath, and wrapping your arms up. And then let's swap it over. And then slide the other arm across. Slide the other beneath. And wrap your arms up. And then swap it over. 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 And then swap it over back. Drawing your knuckles down towards the floor and just drawing your head downwards. And then drawing your head across to one side of your collarbone. And back to the middle.